Transport Ministry and Police to monitor safety of AES cameras. No compromise against those who threaten nation's public order. Good afternoon, I'm Annette Christie. You're watching News on 2. The Transport Ministry will cooperate with police to closely monitor the safety of automated enforcement system AES cameras following the vandalism on a newly installed AES camera near Pagoh, Johor earlier this month. Transport Minister Datuk Sri Leow Tiong Lai said he regretted the act of sabotaging public property as it revealed that some people had failed to appreciate how such amenities could curb road accidents. He said the people should avoid vandalizing public property because the laws and equipment to monitor motorists were introduced by the government for a reason, as they bring benefits to the people. On September 10th, an AES camera pole at kilometre 151 of the northbound lane on the North-South Expressway near Pagoh, Johor was vandalised. The photos shared by netizens show the AES pole lying on the ground with its electrical wires exposed. A total of 13 flood evacuation centres have been opened in Perlis following the floods due to heavy rains over the past few days. 1,500 residents of 377 families are being sheltered at these centres. According to a flood operations room spokesman of the Perlis Social Welfare Department, the evacuation centres opened comprised 5 in Kangar, 7 in Padang Besar and 3 in Arau. Meanwhile, the evacuation centre in Sekolah Kebangsaan Bintong is sheltering 340 people from 97 families. The flow of water from northern Perlis following a dam water release has led to overflowing of rivers, causing flood in the areas. The water dam at Timah Tasho had to be released because the water level had reached 29.97 metres, exceeding the warning level of 29.6 metres. Meanwhile, in Kedah, the State Disaster Management Committee Secretariat Coordinator informed that the 773 flood victims of 156 families have been evacuated to 5 flood evacuation centres. Flood evacuation centres were opened in Kuala Muda, Kota Star and Kubang Pasu. The evacuation centre at Sekolah Kebangsaan Bukit Kecil, Mukim Bukit Meriam, Kuala Muda is sheltering 390 people from 83 families. Meanwhile, the evacuation centre at Mukim Bujang has taken in 48 of the 11 families displaced. In a Mukim Merbok, 66 flood victims of 14 families were placed in the Dewan Kampung Sungai Pial. An evacuation centre was opened in the Kubang Pasu district at Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Changlun, accommodating 145 residents from 32 families. The remand period of the 7 teenagers allegedly involved in the burning of the Darul Quran Itifaqiyah Tahfiz School along Jalan Keramat Ujong has been extended for another 7 days, ending 29 September. This was confirmed by Kuala Lumpur Criminal Investigation Department Chief SAC Rusdi Muhammad Isa. He said the detention of the 7 teenagers are in accordance with Section 302 of the Penal Code for murder and Section 435 of the Penal Code for mischief by fire. A total of 21 students and 2 teachers of the Tahfiz School perished in the tragic fire of the 3-storey Tahfiz School building on September 14th. Now, the Immigration Department stressed that they will not compromise with any party attempting to bring in immoral elements that can threaten public order, security and peace in the country. Its Director General, Datuk Sri Mustafa Ali, said the department will take stern action in line with the order by Deputy Prime Minister, Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi. Datuk Sri Mustafa said that was the main reason the department refused entries to certain individuals they believed were part of the organising team planning to hold a gay party in Malaysia. In a statement yesterday, he said people who tried to enter the country for said purpose will be given a rejection notice or NTL under Section 8 of the Immigration Act 1559-63. It was believed that the gay party, billed as the White Party, is planned to be held in Kuala Lumpur on September 30th as a pre-event to a bigger party in Bangkok, scheduled for December. A man died in a horrible accident which left his body split into two along kilometre 20.3 of the Seremban Port Dickson Highway, heading towards Port Dickson near Lukut. In a 4:30 p.m. incident, the man in his 30s drove a Mitsubishi Lancer, a convoy with 9 other vehicles, heading to Port Dickson. According to a spokesman for the Civil Defence Forces APM, who was at the scene, the driver of the vehicle lost control and crashed into a road divider on his left. The witness of the incident said the victim was thrown out from his car, severing his body into two. The body was sent to the Port Dickson Hospital for a post-mortem. Still ahead, world must be compelled to act over Rohingya crisis. This and more coming up. The foreign scene. Foreign Minister Datuk Sri Anifah Aman on Friday said the world must be compelled to act over the crisis in Myanmar's Rakhine state and the plight of thousands of Rohingya refugees.
Over the past few weeks, we have seen the recurrence of violence instigated by the delusional and desperate militant group of Rohingyas and Rakhine state. However, the subsequent clearance operations by Myanmar have claimed countless innocent civilian lives that caused more than 400,000 Rohingyas to flee their homes. Indiscriminate violence perpetrated against Rohingyas during these operations is of great concern for Malaysia and also to others. Such atrocities have unleashed a full-scale humanitarian crisis the world simply cannot ignore but must be compelled to act.
Speaking at the United Nations General Assembly, Datuk Sri Anifah also called for the resumption of peaceful dialogue over North Korea's nuclear program. On the Israel-Palestinian conflict, he lamented the international community's collective failure to find a solution. That last item concludes this afternoon's edition of News on 2. In our top story, Transport Ministry and Police to monitor safety of AES cameras. Join us again at 7 tonight for more updates. Till then, I'm ANNETTE CHRISTIE. Thanks for watching.